Welcome, Falcons fans. It's your boy, Big Low Country. I got my homeboy here.
Hey, this your boy Tonyo, aka Terror Artist 404 Gaming, man. Check me out.
Check that man out. It's your boy, Big Low Country. Like I said, check me out on YouTube at Big Low Country Sports. Hey, and all day, man, we representatives of Atlanta Falcons Nation. Y'all make sure y'all check us out. Go subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. We also on Twitter and Instagram. Y'all check us out, man. So, Tony, what we got going on this week, man? I hope you feeling better after Sunday. What in the world? Man? What in the world?
Before we get into it, like, share, subscribe. We're trying to give you great Atlanta Falcons content all the time. We're trying to be, well, I guess your number two source. The Atlanta Falcons will be the number one, but we're trying to be up there with them, man. I mean, after Sunday, man, the frustration is still there. It is still boiling, but we got to get on and get ready for the next week, you know.
Hey, man. Look, I'm going to go ahead and tell you like this right here. Hey, Speed Falcons for life. What's popping, man? Big things popping over here. Hey, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get straight to it, Tone.
All right, first of all, right here, is Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff job safe? In your opinion, do you think their job is safe? Are they on the hot seat? Fans want to know from you as well. Comment what you think. Go ahead.
Man, I'm going to put it to you like this right here, Tone. I know that you done had jobs before. You know how do you have those jobs whenever they give you warnings? They give you like your first verbal warning. Then they give you your second and third written warning.
Yeah.
Your boy Dan Quinn, that man is on his final written warning. That man's seat is so hot he gotta wet his pants before he sit down. That's how hot that man's seat is right now. Look, moving forward, it's really going to determine, you know, how this team is going to look in the future. This Chicago Bears game is going to be huge. The fact of the matter is that, you know, a lot of people are saying that we should have won that game against Dallas. But look, y'all, they put up 500 yards of offense on us. We really shouldn't have won that game in the first place. I know that we forced all these turnovers and everything, but I don't feel like we should have won that game, Tone. What you think, bro?
I mean, I can understand what they're saying. They said we should have won that game by either 20-0 by the first quarter. I think it was 29-10 at the half or something like that. But I truly understand that if Dan Quinn stays aggressive, the way not Dan Quinn, covering him or we don't know what it is, and if he stays aggressive and they stay the way we should have blew them out with the forced fumbles that our defense was giving them, man. And I think that really what we're talking about now. The second half of the game, we gave up over 400, 500 offense. Bad performance. Show, I don't want to say the word, and that shows that the coaches was not actually prepared for the second half adjustments that the Cowboys made, and they stuck to it. Like I told y'all, when Ezekiel scored the touchdown and went 27, I already knew what was coming. That's sad from a Falcons fan, bro. That's sad to say from a fan that they already know what's coming before it happens.
And, you know, and I feel you on that, bro. You know, it's one of those situations where it's like, man, I don't want this to be the case, but, you know, it's like, dang, is this really what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, this looks and feel real familiar, and I hope what's not going to happen is going to happen. But the fact of the matter is that that's what actually happened.
Right. You know? And, you know, with us having the memories of the Super Bowl, so we already know how that feel to lose a big league like that. But then, you know, you seeing the deja vu. That's what it was. It was the deja vu. That game in the back of our head already happened. And, you know, the sad thing at that point in time in that game, in the past didn't give us that hope. We can always stay correct for that time. Jarvis Williams says, he comes to that, Matt, who would you consider as your next head coach other than Rex Ryan? Would you want Rex Ryan here? And if not, who else?
Look, man, it's like the fact of the matter is that as bad as we've been over the years and the way we've been blowing these leads, I definitely want a defensive-minded coach. I know a lot of people are talking about Brett Bielema to come here and everything. I mean, I would love to get Rex Ryan. We all know that Rex Ryan's offenses always kind of fall off over time, but I think as long as you got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, and look, everybody's leaving out Calvin Ridley, but as long as you got those guys, I feel like the offense should be okay. But I mean, look, man, I wish I could call Vince Lombardi to come and coach this team.
Vince Lombardi, man.
Because man, boy, it's looking rough, bro. I mean, look, I want Dan Quinn to be successful because the man got to a Super Bowl. The man literally tasted the Super Bowl. He got to the apex, but he just couldn't get over the hump. I want him to win the Super Bowl. I want him to win the Super Bowl with the Falcons, but burn me twice, man. I mean, what can I do?
Right, man. It just you burn me twice, and to be honest with Rex Ryan, that's who I wanted at first. That's who I initially wanted to be the Falcons coach. But when you have faith in Dan Quinn, and then he did lose to the Super Bowl. I was one of those fools. I was one of them people that you can say is fool go right, because I definitely expected better from Dan Quinn. And the thing is, I would want Rex Ryan, but if we had a chance to go get what is his name with the Jets right now, that was the defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, yeah. Man, I can't remember his name. So if you wouldn't said nothing, I would have told you his name, man.
I was just thinking about him earlier. Greg Williams.
Yeah.
He's the
go hurt somebody, Greg.
Whatever defenses he go to, they seem to change like that year. And we had over 500 yards of offense in week 1, and yet we lost. Anthony Wright. That's right too. We can't. We don't know. Well, once we get one end and we still lose, and we get the other end and we still lose. They need to come together, man. They need to come together.
Exactly. Man, it looks like a lot of people ain't agreeing with you, Antonio. A lot of people are saying that they don't want Rex Ryan, man. What in the world? It looks like a lot of people ain't feeling you in that situation.
Like you said, bro, because Rex Ryan offense does fall off. I do agree with that half of it, but Greg Williams would be the guy for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those situations where if Rex Ryan, if he approaches the game plan the same way he approaches fantasizing over his wife's feet, we might do pretty good.
Yeah, we don't want his brother though. Your brother away, we see what you did in New Orleans, man. To bad defense, man. But Tavares, Raven, I guess that's how you say his name. The Falcons offense put up points. It's a defense that has to not only play good in the first half, but sub out if you have to and blitz the shit out of other teams in the second half. But that's all. I mean, that's all with coaching, man. I believe that to be all with coaching, bro. As we knew when we got up to that big league, we knew we was going to go to that soft cover 3.
It's all cover 3. Basically, it's all cover 3. The other name for the soft cover 3 defense is please throw the ball here. That's the other name for it.
There's a hole. You all have holes. To throw anywhere you wants to, and that's kind of leading up to this next topic right here. What does Arthur Blank have to do to make the Falcons a serious contender? I'm gonna let you answer this one first.
Man, that's a pretty good question, man. It's like, look, little Falcons fans, like, I don't want to hurt y'all feelings because I'm a diehard Falcons fan. Whenever we lost the Super Bowl, picture a 340-pound guy crying, sobbing profusely. But look, man, I think we're gonna have to make some huge changes. I think, especially if this team continues to be a first half team of a game and a first half of a season team, you're gonna have to make some cuts. We're gonna have to change some personnel because right now we seen from watching this game that it's not the culture, it's not the actual players, it's the culture. It's the culture that's being instilled because the fact of the matter is that we should have known how to play an onside kick. But we'll get to that later, Tonio, man. We'll get to that later. My bad, man. My bad, y'all.
I mean, yeah, like they said with the Saints with the bounty schedule, you killed the head, the body will fall. Not to blame that us, not to troll y'all, but Arthur Blank, I mean, he is the head. The head is going to have to do something different, which means start being kind of like friendly. He's proceeded to be friendly in the Atlanta Falcons Nation and Atlanta Falcons fans. He's going to have to make a statement. The statement he made last offseason by resigning him was that, hey, we okay with this happening. He's going to have to shake some things up. He's going to have to give it. I mean, you hate to see Dan Quinn go because he went to the Super Bowl, bro. As only you got to do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah. You got to catch the losses.
It's 2 games. I mean, that game we should have had, and versus Seattle, it's more up in the air. But I feel like we could have won that game if they made them out of chest. But it's neither here nor there. We lost them 2 games. We got to focus on this Chicago. But this comment from Trent Adams said, do you think this team can overcome the 2 losses salvage the season and make the playoffs? What you think about it, bro?
Well, I mean, I think the way that everything kind of shaped out after week 2 with the Saints losing and, Carolina losing, their first 2 games. And, I know that Tampa Bay won, but I think we still got a chance. Last week I told y'all that I didn't feel like this was a must-win game. And I know that y'all probably going to eat me up about that. But, look, man, we got that extra playoff spot. For that extra wild card game, that extra wild card spot. So I believe that we actually have a chance to still make the playoffs. These 2 games were 2 tough games, and we knew that coming into the season when they announced the schedule that these 2 games were going to be tough. Correct. But I feel like we got a chance to still make a pretty good run. What you think, Tone?
I mean, man, we 0-2, and then I know it was embarrassing lost Falcons fans. If y'all was on the at the Sunday's game, you see our frustrations if not it out on the channel. But there's always a possibility because we're not mathematically out of it. We're not out of it. The Saints did lose, but just won their first game, so probably 1, maybe 2 games after being on top of the NFC South. So I believe it's very doable. Like you said, we got that 7 seed now, so I think it gives us an opportunity to do that. I really do. Going to get to some of these comments and just like Abraham, I don't know how you said Jones, I'm sorry to keep your name. You can't keep switching coaches. How old do you think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are? We got to win with Dan Quinn or we will never win. What's your thoughts about that, man?
Well, I think what Arthur Blank was trying to do initially, and I actually agree with this because look, y'all, it's like we got to remember that Dan Quinn is a first year coach. So I think what Arthur, he was trying to go off of the Pittsburgh Steelers model. I mean, think about how many coaches had the Steelers had since the 70s. Right, they had like 3 coaches, right? Or 4 coaches. Yeah, so
3 or 4.
Yeah, so basically that's one of those situations where like you build that continuity, and it's one of those things where you're not having to constantly change. Because look at the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they're over there. They got all the talent in the world, but they change coaches like people change draws. So it's one of those situations where it's like there's no clear message. We don't have an identity. So I mean. I feel like you do have a point, James, but I feel like it's one of those situations where sooner or later you got to decide if it is time to start over or not.
Right, man. I agree. Both of y'all, I agree with that because, like you said, there's long historical franchises that have had a winning years. And then they ended up being one. And then you got coaches like Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Browns coaches that every so many years they can't get that continuity together. But 6 years, we going in like 5-6 years.
Yeah, and I apologize, Alvin. I meant first time coach. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tonio. My bad, bro.
Good, man. He been here since 2015, so he's going into his fifth year, if I'm not mistaken. Or I might be wrong, but we only had 2 win the season thus far, so he's did more wrong than he did right. But all would have been forgiven if we would have captured that Super Bowl. If we would have captured that Super Bowl, I don't think we'll be talking about it as much right now. Desmond Chapel said, "I just hate that we don't have an identity." Like when you think of the lineup, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind to my mind, and it's like I know I might get kind of sappy. I know one of the commenters said something about it's because I'm too emotionally invested. That's why I cried after the Super Bowl. Look, y'all, it's okay for a big man to cry. Y'all, I know that y'all cried about things much less. But the fact of the matter is,
I just want to say I stormed at the house after the Super Bowl. Like I couldn't even see the confetti drop on Tom Brady. I was a big crybaby too, man. So I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
But I mean, the first thing I think about when I think about the Atlanta Falcons, because I don't want to be negative. I mean, I just think about that. I think about that feeling of togetherness, like at Falcons games. Especially before the coronavirus, before whenever you would score a touchdown and you high five people that you never met before, and you know what I'm saying. It makes me think about genuine fandom, like being a genuine fan. So it's like me being a genuine fan after going 0-2 and being in situations like this, I continue to stay positive and continue to, show support for this team. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, our players, our players got to feel that support too. You know what I mean?
Right, man. And, man, I do agree that we don't have an identity, which is, our identity is passing the ball. Right there, it's passing the ball because they're not fearing the run game. They fear Julio, they fear Calvin Ridley, and y'all gonna fear head on. But and Russell Gage putting on number 92, but name of him is keep the other offense off the field. So give Ty Gurley more run them going through skin, and you will see a different Ty Gurley.
Yeah, my bad, Tony. My bad. I didn't understand that previous question. My bad. I thought you just said what do I think about, but I mean, as far as our identity, to be honest with you, our identity, what I think about is we need to score as many points as we can, And what do I always say about being on defense, Tonyo? What I always say, man.
Hey, man, they can't catch today.
They dropped the ball on defense. So basically, it's one of those situations where we just want to. In my mind, our identity is play action passing. Matt throwing the ball all over the place, and on defense, we might stop them, but let's just hope they can't catch the ball today. That's what I think.
Just like Shane Gomes said, we should put up 50 points on Dallas. Ryan doesn't have the instinct. We're going to say that until the end. We're going to have plenty to say about that. But thanks for coming and take it out at the end.
Oh, man. Sean, who said that? Sean Gomes?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What in the world?
To hear what we got to say. But now we're going to move on to the next topic at hand, which is your predictions on Week 3 versus the Chicago Bears.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. A lot of people pick on that young man, Mitchell Trubisky, but I watched his last 2 games on NFL Game Pass on the coaches film. Mitchell Trubisky isn't as bad as y'all saying that man is. I'm going to tell y'all something. This is going to be a very close game. It's going to be a single score game. It's not going to be anybody blowing anybody else out. Hey Jeremy Bramlett, thank you so much for that support, man. Thank you. Make sure y'all continue to support us.
For the support, super chat. Thank
you. Yeah, definitely. Hey, thanks for supporting us, even though you are a Dallas fan. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very close game. I think the fact of the matter is that one thing that we were kind of counting on at the beginning of the season isn't happening, Antonio. And that thing that we were counting on is that young man, Todd Gurley, the Gurley man. If you've been watching these games, that young man has not been breaking tackles. He has not been making people miss. That's true. Yeah, and it's like our run blocking hasn't been that bad, but Todd Gurley had been holding up his end of the bargain. So I think with Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn on those edges, we're going to have to make sure we run the ball very well, and we will have a chance to win this game. But look, man, that young man Trubisky, I think he's going to give us some fits this week. What you think, Tonio?
Man, I don't want to be too negative, bro. I don't want to be too negative, but I can't grade any quarterback versus this defense right now because they can make Colt McCoy come back and look like a Hall of Famer. But I'm going to keep it honest with you, man. Mitchell Trubisky doesn't scare me. I know he's not trash, but he doesn't scare me. You've seen what we've done to Dak Prescott. You've seen what we did to Russell Wilson in the first quarter. If you keep doing that, you can make the whole game and the ball games a lot more easier. But I do believe it is not going to be an easy day passing the ball from Matt Ryan because, the pass rushers is so good between, Robert Quinn and you got Khalil Mack right there, and then you got Eddie Jackson in the back waiting for you. And I think it's going to be the best of games from Matt Ryan. And that's why we need Todd Gurley to stop running like TJ Duckett out there and tiptoeing. Getting them holes and blasting. But I think what can loosen it up, I think we actually should loosen it up. I seen the comment in here. I can't get to it. But yes, I do believe that they need to use Gurley more in offense-wise. But that was the difference between Dirk Cutter and Shanahan got them running the ball in the passing game. It was more dangerous because they didn't know which angle to come from. But I do agree with, they need to get Todd Gurley involved more in the passing game, man.
You know how like whenever you really don't want to do something, the first time it doesn't work, you just kind of scrap it all the way together. That's how we've been with this run game. It's like, if you watch that Dallas Cowboys game, when Dallas was behind by 20 points, it was one of those situations where they were still running the ball. They ran the ball consistently. They didn't panic. They continued to pound the rock, and we see what the result was. You know, Matt Ryan can't throw the ball 54 times in a game. You know, that's not going to work.
So that's how you think the game gonna go, man.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be a very close game. I don't think it's going to be as pretty as these other games were. I think you know, it's gonna, we're definitely going to have to run the ball a little bit more and play some defense to kind of get things going.
Like ATL1 set of screen passes, slot passes, Gurley coming out the backfield. I think that can help slow down the pressure between those two. And I think, you know, and make them second guess like sitting in the house, or make them second guess doing different things. What you think about that?
Yeah, I definitely think that'll help. You know, we also don't know what McGarry's status is. I think Gono came in and played very well. One thing that we do have to keep in mind is that the Chicago Bears running that 3-4 defense that they run is like, it's one of those situations where you never know where the pressure is going to come from. And I really worry about that with young tackles because, I mean, look, we seen that in the first game with Jamal Adams running free off that right side. I'm really worried about, you know, that miscommunication on the right side, and, you know, Matt Ryan having to take a lot of shots on his right side as well.
I mean, yes, you got to get help on that right side, man, because, you know, you got Khalil Stack and Hank over there again. And, you know, it ain't going to be pretty. But this comment right here says, from Darren Jackson, do you think that the Falcons will reverse the How you think we going to look, man?
I mean, look, at the end of the day, it takes a lot to put a football team together. It takes a lot to have a winning mentality. You know that, Tony. You played on a football team. And you know that good and well that in situations where it's like you have losses like that, you know, when Julio Jones was looking at Dan Quinn the way he was after that game, it's one of those things where it's like it's going to be real tough to come back from that. I think the benefit that we have in this situation, though, is that we have a brotherhood. You know, we're going to see if this brotherhood is actually a brotherhood or if it's a slogan. No, this is the game where we're going to see, you know, if everybody's going to take care of their brother. Right. So I think we got a chance to rebound off of it.
I do agree with you because you know, I play more so basketball than I do football, but it's the same thing. When you lose that big and you gotta come together and be like, look, it ain't happening again, bro. It ain't happening again, bro. That's all you have to do. You got to look each other in the eye, put your chest up, take that L. But coaching needs to do better. The players play almost outstanding except the defense in the second half. But you put up 39 points. What else can they do?
And
it's supposed to be a winnable ball game right now.
And that's the what in the world moment of the week right there. 39 points with a loss. What in the world, bro? How you score 39 points and lose the game, man? What in the world? So for everybody who's looking for the what in the world moment of the week, the what in the world moment of the week is scoring 39 points and losing. What in the world?
That is what in the world of the week, and this is the segment that we are here to answer the comments and the questions that y'all have for us. And Donna from Facebook, Donna out there says, can't solve a problem if you keep denying it.
Now, Now I gotta see Miss Donna. That's my buddy. Miss Donna, she always talked to me all the time about putting on your war face. So I do got to give a special shout out to Miss Donna and a special shout out to Mr. Derek Goldberg. Go Falcons, rise up, A-Town down. But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, I understand that we can't, we have to solve the problem. The fact of the matter is we have to change the whole mentality of the team. As a coach, one of my favorite sayings was, we are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence isn't just an act, but excellence is a habit.
Right.
So it's like, in cases like this right here, we can't just be excellent for the first half of the game, and we can't be excellent just the second half of the season. We got to put all of it together. If we're not putting all of it together, just like Miss Donna says, all the time, we're not putting on our war face, and it's a situation where we have to make some changes.
Right. I totally agree with you on that, man. She said, you can't solve a problem if you keep denying it. Dan keeps lying about it. Because it's him and the owner saying two different things. The owner saying they didn't really know the rules. The coach saying they knew the rules. Which one was it? Which one was it, man? I mean, let's be real here. You don't know who to agree with or to, believe. But I know the MF that's trying to keep his job gonna lie to try to keep his job. So you're right about that, and he doesn't seem to even care to try to fix what's going on. You get that same old bull crap of a press conference about after the game. Oh, we just got to do better, and we just got to do this and that. And then the next game, it'll be the same. It'll be the same thing, man. One Gulp says you tripping. Dallas had a good defensive line also, bro. But we were watching them. Like, it didn't matter. It did not matter. It did not look good that day. Man. And we know they do. We know they got DeMarcus Lawrence, they got Everson Griffin. They was not there.
I wasn't impressed by them.
They was not there.
I mean, at the end of the day, Matt Ryan's jersey was pretty clean. I didn't see nothing on this jersey. Yeah. And it's like I said earlier, it's like for all the Gurley man fans, for all the Ty Gurley fans, it's like Ty Gurley ran the ball more than 20 times, but he wasn't making people miss.
This comes from Melanated Motivation. Blank said clearly. You can tell he was pissed off, bro. He was pissed off. He got red ears. He's red in the face. You can tell that Arthur Blank is pissed off with his performance of these last two games, especially the last one. What you think about? How you think that owner feel like right now?
Man, it's like at the end of the day, I think with Arthur Blank, I love Arthur Blank, man, because just the culture that he's instilled in Atlanta, it's totally different than what it used to be, and it makes you proud to be an Atlanta Falcons fan. But
I question that. What you mean by the culture? What did he change?
I mean, you seen how much he pushed in getting us a new stadium. But I ain't gonna lie to you, the thing that I like the most is those $4 chicken fingers at Mercedes-Benz. That's what I like the most right there. $4 chicken fingers and those $3 hot dogs and $2 hot dogs.
So you saying that because of the prices of the stadium?
I mean, that got a lot to do with it. That got a lot to do with it.
The winning culture of the team.
But you look at since he's been there, it's been one of those situations where the team has won a whole lot more, since he has been there. And I think he puts he really invested in the team so we can be successful moving forward and build a winning culture. And I also feel like he really believes in inclusion for different types of people.
Right. We're gonna get into this next comment here from Blake Wagner. It says, Sean, none of these players are as good. Oh my God. You just switched that?
My bad, man.
What was you saying that? Okay, right here, I got it. Sean, none of those players are as good as Matt, and I'm not worried about Ryan. The defense needs to stay consistent all 4 quarters. I agree and I disagree because you got to worry about Khalil Mack. I mean, you got to worry about Khalil Mack. You seen how, every down was looking game 1. But game 2, they looking good. Game 2, they looking good. I get on the improvement, but you got to worry about Mack.
Yeah, man. I think, Blake, you worried about the wrong Mack.
Robert Quinn might come on this side. So I think you got, and then you got Trevathan as the middle linebacker. I know he ain't the best, but he's pretty solid for himself. And you got Goldman in the middle, right? Like PT, yeah. So
and Hicks.
I think you get and Hicks, and so you gotta be worried about Khalil Mack. If not, we gotta worry about the other. What you think about that, Bitlow?
Man, I definitely appreciate your comment, Blake, but I think you worried about the wrong Mack, bro. Alex Mack. First of all, it's like we gotta remember that's the reason we brought Hennessy in. That's the reason we're trying to hit him with the Henny. But it's one of those situations, man. It's like we gotta remember that Alex Mack, that he's getting older. Like I know Alex Mack is around my age, and I know, look, man, I can't do things like I used to. And it's one of those situations where we're in a situation where this offensive line is going to have to work together more, which is really good that we're running that zone blocking scheme because moving forward, I don't think we got like the superstar Trent Williams kind of guys that'll just say, you can just say, hey, run it to his side and we'll be good.
Right. Single Mo says we gotta go back to the basics, man. It's like they forgot how to play football. We know they didn't know the rules because they were all standing around like it was a punt. Thank you. Thank you. They was acting like we was the ones punting the ball and the receiver fair catch it or whatever, and it bounces and you gotta wait until they get to like the 1-yard line to go grab it. That's on coaching. If the coaching ain't teaching you the basics, then what are they there for? What are they there for, man? You're supposed to teach the basics. And, they are pros, though. They're supposed to know these basics as well. So that is the 50-50 about that situation that happened in the game on the onside kick. Half is on the players, half is on the coach. They both had a dumb moment. But that moment did not cost us the game. What you think about that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. You hit the nail on the head, Tonio. It's like that's what your coaches are for. I mean, just like I said earlier, it's one of those situations where we shouldn't even been in that situation because we shouldn't allow more than 500 yards on defense. But I just want to tell y'all a story, and my wife, she might laugh in the background. The first year that I coached football, whenever I coached high school football, we were our team was fielding a punt. So, and she's laughing. So as we were fielding the punt, we got the young kid on special teams. He's not even supposed to be around the ball. So they kick the punt and it bounces close to our end zone. Everybody yells Peter. So nobody's supposed to touch it. So this young kid walks up, touches it, and starts trotting back to the sideline. At that moment, I realized that I failed as a coach.
I mean, but you tell kids, right? You tell kids.
Huh? I mean, it kids. They should have known because I should have told them at that moment. I was like, man, I failed as a coach. Why am I even here? I should go up in the stands and watch the game with everybody else. And and basically, I feel the same way about what happened on Sunday. Like we shouldn't have been in that situation. They should have had a better plan than what happened.
Darren Jackson says Jason Garrett could be a good one on Lincoln Riley. I want your thoughts on that one. Go ahead.
That's all Jason Garrett gonna do. That's all Jason Garrett gonna do. That's all he gonna do. And then Sean in the comments, Sean said that Lincoln Riley he's overrated. Look, man, we need an experienced defensive coach that can know how to stop offenses in the NFL. Lincoln Riley, he got all these plays in college and everything like that. But whenever you actually get into the actual game, in the NFL game, it gets real. So we need somebody who knows how to actually stop teams on defense. And look, just let Matt Ryan do what he does. Like get an offensive coordinator that knows our system and just let Matt Ryan do what he do. But on defense, we need somebody with the experience. Lincoln Riley, I don't think he's going to do it. And to be completely honest with you, Jason Garrett, to me, he's definitely overrated.
Jason Garrett, no. Lincoln Riley, no. They both overrated to me.
I want Ty Bowles. That's what I want.
But what you think about this one though? Sean Gomes said again, Martindale should be our next head coach.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Or you got this right here, who I wouldn't be, too mindful to have. What about Harbaugh, that coach from the 49ers?
Hey man, I like Harbaugh. I feel like Harbaugh made Colin Kaepernick. To be honest with you, I think Colin Kaepernick. I think he was a lot like Taysom Hill. He was a niche player, but Jim Harbaugh put him in the right system to succeed. I think he has a really, really good football mind. And, that defense that they had was nasty, man. So I wouldn't mind Jim Harbaugh.
Right, I wouldn't mind him either. And that's a really good comment right there from Peter Benson. I really wouldn't mind coming to us, man. I really would not. This comment here says good call on both. He said you did a good job with that calling on that. Matt Ryan. Charles B. Matt Ryan should call his own plays. I'm gonna speak on this. They need to run that. They need to run that. They can't do it all the time. You can't do it all the time. But Mike Smith seemed to always used to know when to run and when not to run. So what do you think about that?
Man, look, I've been saying this right here for years, man. Matt Ryan does his best when he runs a no-huddle offense. It's like whenever you call in plays to Matt Ryan, it's like he's a very, very good quarterback, but whenever that man's running that no-huddle offense, he takes things to a whole nother level. And you're right, Tonio. Mike Smith, for all the things that I did not like about Mike Smith, I really appreciate it whenever he let that man run that no-huddle offense, because when he ran it, you know that you're going to get something. You know that you're going to get 3 points or a touchdown. And that's the kind of security that you want. Because I think Mike Smith did it because he knows he wasn't going to be able to stop nobody.
Right. I think Matt Ryan is deadly when he calls his own plays.
Man.
You can't call it all the time, but at least bump it up some. At least
every other drive.
Him more kids to the Ferrari, man. He is your guy. But I do definitely agree that he should be more into the offense than they let him be. Nick Turner 31 says Josh McDaniel as OC and Leslie Frazier as DC. What you think about that?
Josh McDaniels ain't leaving New England. Y'all might as well give that up. Josh McDaniels is staying in New England until he becomes the head coach for the New England Patriots. So he's not going anywhere. They got a good thing going. I mean, it will be good because Josh McDaniels, he's a chameleon when it comes to offense. He could call any type of offense that you could think of. Leslie Frazier, there were things about his defense I really didn't like. I felt like he actually ran too much man in some situations. Like his DBs were always getting burnt. You always reading the back of their jerseys. So I mean, but it could have been the players. It may not have been the coaches. What you think, Tonio?
Josh McDaniel ain't leaving nowhere. And I'm willing to take anything over Dirk Cutter right now. So let's go ahead and give Leslie Frazier a try. I mean, let's switch that around. I'm next up, y'all. Josh McDaniel, I know he ain't leaving, but I'm willing to give him a chance if he's willing to come because I'm ready to get rid of Dirk Cutter. Leslie Frazier as DC, I'm willing to give him a chance too because he's performing right now. So I mean. I don't know, but it'll be definitely probably be a better look than what we got going on defense right now. And this one says from B Majors, we should have gotten Chase Young at number 2 when we had the number 2 pick at one time we started winning, knowing damn well we were making it to the playoffs. Now we got a soft cornerback.
Man, y'all know good and well what the Falcons' way is. You know, B Majors. You know that even if we are not going to make the playoffs, and if we're 4-10, we're still going to win those last 2 games. You know the Falcons don't tank games. We rise up. Y'all know that. Come on, man. I mean, it would have been nice to have Chase Young, but I mean, we all know that the Falcons have too much integrity to tank games. We're going to win the games that no one expected and beat the 49ers at the end of the year. But we couldn't beat, I don't know, games that we lost that we should. We couldn't beat Tennessee early in the year. We're going to beat the 49ers.
Hey, Mariota look like the next coming of Steve Young.
Man.
What I got to say about this comment is I definitely think we should have went defensive line, but I wasn't too big on Chase Young. I put Derek Brown, but he was picking up by who. And I don't think AJ Terrell is like a soft cornerback, but when you playing a cover 3-4-3, you get soft coaches. I mean, but he's only 2 games in. I'm gonna give him some time before I really, get into him. And once we read into this comment from Just K Styles, I would have loved to see Matt LaFleur. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that, man. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that because when he was there, everything was moving. We don't know if it was Shanahan. We don't know if it was him. But that offense was amazing.
Clicking. And you said who you said that? Just K Styles?
K Styles.
Man, that man he's smart. He sounds like he must be an analyst at Atlanta Falcons Nation or something.
Yeah, man, you can really come on.
Hey, man, we do want to let y'all know. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to our channel, Atlanta Falcons Nation, and get some of this good, positive Falcons news, man. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Matt LaFleur, he would have been that guy, man. I mean, he's doing some real good things out there in Green Bay. Like, they got like one of the top rated offenses in the league so far. And I mean, I think it would have been beautiful just because of, that familiarity that he has with Matt Ryan. I think it would have been really good.
Yeah, man. I think Yeah, I think we'll be way better off with him than Dirk Cutter. I wasn't a fan of bringing Dirk Cutter back.
Yeah.
I really wasn't because the stinker that we had when in 2012, in those years, and it's just the same thing all over again. ATL 1 says maybe Gurley needs to run outside and catch 5 short passes a game. The coaches got to do. Some reason Dirk does not like running backs. The starting running back at that is always first. Y'all remember we had him before, and I think it was Steven Jackson at the helm. He wasn't doing good, but that's when Devontae Freeman popped into the scene. I don't know what it is about him, man. I don't know what it is about him in the starting running back, man. He is not good, doing a good run scheme. What you think about that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's like I said, I watched the game a few times on NFL Game Pass. Man, they try to run the ball every kind of which way, man. They ran that ball. They ran that ball through gaps 1 through 9, and they just wouldn't get that, man. Like, look. I think that's a good observation, though, as far as trying to get those short passes to him. ATL1. I think a lot of people don't realize is that sometimes those short passes are harder than throwing those long passes because, it's all about getting that timing down. And we seen from that Seattle game, Gurley and Matt Ryan, they haven't really gotten that timing down with those short passes yet. So hopefully they can put that in their game plan to, kind of get going. But running it just wasn't working.
And David M says, get rid of slogans. Nobody cares. I'm just going to say the whole we're supposed to be a brotherhood and everything like that. When Devontae Freeman got yoked up by Aaron Donald last year, the whole team should have been on his behind. The whole team on the field, at least. I know it's a penalty if the team on the sideline, but that's my question on these slogans, man. What you think about it?
I mean, look, man. It's like at the end of the day, this is a two-sided situation for me because I like the slogans. I'm a slogan guy, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, Rise up, brotherhood, and everything like that. But look, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean nothing if you don't do nothing. Like if you don't follow through with the slogan.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point of it. We ain't saying it just to say it. We trying to get something done. So I mean, I completely agree with you, man. I mean, it's like, let's bring that slogan into fruition, and actually follow through with what we say we're gonna do.
Brotherhood, you're supposed to have your brothers back. Like I said, in that instance, nobody was around, and Cat McKinley came late like he always do. But in Rise Up, I mean, you seem like you just want to get money off of that, but we gonna keep it a buck and what it is when it rolls up. So, I mean, I can understand how y'all feel about the slogans, but it is our team, and you don't go with whatever slogan they do, but you feel because we diehard Falcons fans. And make sure y'all like this and subscribe to this channel of the Falcons Nation, man. So we're gonna get to the point here, man. We just want to let what we want to say. Big Low, I'm gonna let you go ahead and have the floor first.
Look, man, we started the season off 0-2. The season not started the way that we wanted it to start. I know that everybody was excited about football, and I know that everybody was excited about seeing the Falcons get a win. Fact of the matter is that, look, man, we're Falcons fans, and I'm not going to hit you with a slogan, y'all. I'm not going to hit you with a slogan. But look, man, it's like we got to make sure that we show support to this team. I heard that Julio Jones made a statement saying something about, he doesn't care about losing the support of the fans because the fans don't really show support in the first place. We don't want to get that type of mentality, y'all.
Right.
over the years, Julio Jones has made catches that we've never seen before, and probably the kind of catches that we won't ever see again. So let's try to appreciate this team, and let's try to appreciate great players like Julio Jones and Matt Ryan's and the Grady Jarrett's and Deion Joneses, because the fact of the matter is that we got to show support to these guys. We say that we want these guys to win, but it doesn't matter if we're not even showing any support to them. I mean, why would they even want to go out there and win if we're not showing them that support? So, on Sunday, look, y'all send us something. Let us know what y'all cooking on Sunday. I'm a big boy, and I know I'm gonna be on the grill throwing something on the smoker. So whenever y'all come back next week, or y'all can post it on our Facebook page or Twitter or Instagram at Atlanta Falcons Nation. Like, show us what y'all cooked on Sunday, and I put something up showing y'all what I cooked as well. And
we a whole community here.
Yeah. We can have a virtual potluck, y'all. But look, my name is Big Low Country. I apologize about the spelling because I am from the country, so it's Kuntry. Y'all follow me. Y'all see down there, I'm on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and I'm also at Instagram and Twitter. What you got, Tone?
All right. First of all, I want to say subscribe. But thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this live, man. Subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation. Subscribe to Mike if you haven't. You waited too long. but go ahead and subscribe to Mike. That's a big brother right there, man. Appreciate everything for us. Subscribe to Big Low Country Sports. If you're watching from my channel, which is Terry Artist 404, subscribe to. But the link to the description of everybody you need to subscribe to will be below for y'all to get straight there. But
hey, and I see that Sean Gomes just subscribed, Antonio. So hey man, welcome to the family, bro.
Welcome, man. Hey, thank you. We accept everybody. But I'm gonna piggyback off the fans, man. If you at the game and you claim that you're a real Falcons fan, die hard, get in your seats. Get in your seats, because in the Mercedes-Benz, we understand there's a lot going on, there's a lot to do, but we got a bad rep for fans. We got a bad rep for fans, man. And you see on TV, it be nothing but red seats, red and black seats, or whatever, man. Just get in your seat and let's watch this team play some football. Get loud on defense, and be quiet on offense so Matt Ryan can do what he do.
You already know. Hey, Peter Vincent, I'm gonna tell you what kind of meat I put on the grill whenever we come back next Wednesday. But I want your picture too, Peter. So make sure you show us what you got as well now.
All right, man. Once again, this is ATLiens Sports Zone from the Falcons Nation.
You already know.
Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button to the homie on the right. Big Low Country Sports on YouTube. Description will be below. Subscribe to $404 game. I do Madden 20. I do 21. I do 2K. I'm gonna be doing some Call of Duty. I'm gonna be live streaming soon and all of that. And this is ATLiens Sports Zone. Thank you. And we out.
Rise up. A-Town down.